Holy crap. Oh, yes!
Or spheres of...
What? Dude, they even rolled up the doors at the same time. I'm impressed. Like, I got chills. Look, if you're not in the military, you probably look at this and you're like, but man, this is like impressive, man. Okay, see. This is where you should start to relax a little bit. They're doing a mid-air refuel demonstration with 2 separate fighters on a refuel plane. This is obviously a demonstration of profound capability, discipline, and nationalism. They're on the same sheet of music. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Reacts. How ironic that I need to get kitted up with Japanese headphones as we celebrate the 80th anniversary of Japan surrendering, according to the Chinese. Oh, there we go. They did a parade where Putin, Xi, and Kim Jong-un were like holding hands, basically. I mean, they weren't holding hands, but they were walking out together, unified in their alliance. Now, it's kind of weird because I get the Russian-China thing. North Korea, come on, man. One thing that was very surprising to me is how many effing soldiers were in this military parade and how much equipment they put on display. They're going hard in the paint. I talked about this on my Patreon. I talk about it on the Intel side of my Substack. If they got together, included a couple more adversaries, the Chinese and Russians together have more nukes than the U.S., at least according to ChatGPT. Those numbers aren't always accurate. We're not showing our cards all the time. But man, if they wanted to get together and be like, hey man, if you guys don't comply, we're just going to launch their equivalent to C-17s. It's called Tao. Seriously, I looked that up. And they drop paratroopers all over the United States and secure this place. Wow. Red Dawn. Okay, let's get it rolling. This is a 2-hour segment. I'm not going to do 2 hours. I'm going to fast forward to the good stuff. So let's get rolling.
State visit to Russia and attended
oh, little Putin.
Of the 80th anniversary.
Look at Putin.
Victory of the Soviet Union's Great Patriotic War.
Now, people forget Putin was a KGB officer. He was heavily involved in counterintelligence and also rooting out anybody who messed with him, according to his upbringing in the KGB. Well, they just disappear. We know what happens to them. You heard of the Wagner group, right? We know what happened to him.
In World War II, China was the main battlefield in Asia.
So this is their equivalent, I assume, of their honor guard, and they're holding these weapons. They look like SKSs. Like, they might want to down-select something better, but maybe through tradition, they were using crap from the beginning. But look how still these dudes are. I've seen American honor guard guys, and one, these dudes are real little, so it's easy for them to stand still. But Americans cannot stand still. I know, I've been in these formations at Fort Myer, Virginia, and the 3rd Infantry Regiment, the old guard. And, dude, these guys are like robots. I don't even know if they're real. This might be AI. I gotta look this up. Xi looks like a beast. Maybe he was like a Chinese basketball player. How tall is Xi Jinping? He's only 5'11"? Dude, Vladimir Putin must be a shorty. Short king.
Participate in the commemoration today. What do you make of that arrangement?
Let's just look at this crowd. You expect to see this in North Korea. Look how aligned. I mean, is this graphically inputted? Look how aligned they are.
Small they were at that time.
Dude.
And how...
Here's my thing. What if you got to poop? I'm not joking. Like, do you wear diapers? Are they Chinese CCP diapers? Like, what do you do? I don't see one bathroom, nor do I see one human being getting up to use the restroom.
There are the year marking installations that show the years.
Dude, look at that red.
2025.
How many people died making that red carpet in a Chinese factory? Dude, are you serious? Is this even real? Look at all these cameras right here. They're identifying anybody who screws up, and they'll come visit them later. I mean, they look happy, right? All of these people look happy. They're happy, right? They're happy, right? Perfectly aligned. I'm looking for mistakes. The reacts you want is me looking for mistakes. This one right here, I don't like her face. Something suspicious about this one. She's too tall. CCP, take note. Suspect. They sing pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I don't understand Chinese. I just know a little bit. I just know a little bit, but they're pretty good at what they do. Dude, this is insane. You can't make this up. Okay, look, I'm not liking this guy's nostrils. Too much flair. Take note. This dude right here, too aggressive. Too aggressive. I like this guy's hair right here. Watch these dudes step off. It's about to get real.
The military parade now begins.
Dude, these dudes are bred in a factory. Like, look at these dudes' hands, their necks, their heads. They are exactly the same. These might be relatives of each other. These might be brothers.
Markers in position.
Holy crap. Oh, yes! Ah! Get it! Yeah! 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 Dude, perfect. I'm looking for inconsistencies, and my eyes can't pick it up. Look at these guys. Look at their hand position when they come together.
Mark positions and boundaries at the parade ground. 60 soldiers will line up.
Dude, look, you're going to be perfect when the fear of screwing up a hand position is death by firing squad and your whole genealogy is wiped off the planet. I mean, it's why they have 23andMe, so they can know who to target. Dude, perfect. I don't know, his head's a little bit bigger than everybody else. We might want to sort that out. Okay, see. This is where you should start to relax a little bit. Let's just take it down. I was excited because I'm like, dude, if we go to war with these people, they're going to destroy us on the parade field. The field of parade. On the field of battle, however, I'm not telling you how to do your job, CCP. But look, you're wearing goggles on helmets that we wore like 20 years ago. You're wearing body armor that we made fun of and that we got from actually a Chinese guy in Afghanistan 20 years ago. I appreciate all the dress of it, but if you want to scare the crap out of the rest of the world, have dudes wearing relevant kit that's squared away. Like, have a Chinese dude wearing cryo precision, holding a weapon system that's like actually dialed in with an OpsCore helmet with the latest and greatest ARC accessories from OpsCore. This, yeah, even the chin straps. Dude, I had that chin strap when I went to airborne school. We got away from that chin strap. In fact, I don't think any of us wore it on our chin anymore. We wear it like underneath our chin. And the gloves, yeah, we don't wear gloves all the time. Like, you don't have to wear gloves all the time. I get it. Ooh, what are these? Are those Galils? I don't know what they are. But these dudes look squared away. Maybe it's the police? Okay. Now, here's what's crazy, guys. I have never seen cleaner vehicles in my life. And the one thing you'll notice, when they're driving together, it looks like they're the same vehicle. I know 88 Mikes. No offense to 88 Mikes. I like them. Truck drivers in the military who could not ever in their life do this. I know because when they were driving us in the back of their deuce and a halves, we were getting smacked against the back of the vehicle and falling over, sometimes rolling over, sometimes just crashing because these guys didn't know how to work a gas pedal. There are plenty of 88 Mikes who know how to do the job well. I just can't get over how these dudes are driving these things perfectly. Are these robots? Are these transformers? Look at this. That camo's pretty dope. Whatever that camo, that's not cry, or that's not multicam. That's pretty dope. Actually, it might be multicam. Look, if you've ever been to a SHOT Show and you recognize Chinese and they're taking pictures, they used to do this early on in the SHOT Show world. It's because they were going back and copying everything. It's also why during the year of that I can't talk about, when everybody got sick, you know what I'm picking up. Everybody at SHOT Show got sick. And probably because the people who came from China that went there brought over that thing. I can't say it because I'll get banned. I'll get suppressed. It's why I have a Patreon. If you're listening to this and you want to become a member of my Patreon, go down below and get it so you can get some education based off the Reacts. Reacts is top of funnel. It makes you laugh. Bottom of funnel is education. Just saying. That's how I do it. Dude, this dude is driving in his presidential vehicle. He's not driving. There's for sure robots driving. But he's standing up in the moonroof with 4 microphones in front of him. That's a boss move. That's what you do when you're the boss. Timing's impeccable.
主席同志，
主席同志。
列队完毕，
You are fully
请
prepared.
您
Just so you know, Xi has changed all the rules, so he'll be the president likely until he dies.
The parade, 韩正轩.
开始。
Just a note, if America did this, if the president of the United States did this, there would be riots and protest because they would think it's a fascist move or it's just nationalism. It's pride in your country. Yeah. So look, I have a constant debate going on in my body. The Asian side is fighting the Caucasian side because I'm literally going to war with myself every single day in this conflict of, look, this is nationalism. This is what our country should be doing. But half of me says, well, that's kind of like tyrannical. I mean, you don't want to look like the Chinese, but the Chinese have their stuff together. They're one of the most powerful economies in the world, and they have billions of people, and their military is massive. But Mike, no. Oh, actually, that's the Chinese. Actually, that's the Korean side talking. I should have had the accent before. I apologize. But what I'm saying is there's a balance. And what I do appreciate about this is they have pride in their country. I wish we would have more pride in ours. That's all I'm saying.
Let's begin.
Damn. I don't know what they just did there right now, but Tony Blauer would appreciate that flinch response. I feel like they would put a bathroom in this vehicle for him, though. They're going to accommodate. And that's a long time to do this stuff. They would accommodate. So take a snapshot of this and put it next to a 1940s World War II poster, and this is exactly the same. Technically, probably the same vehicle. Dude, look how perfect these dudes are. Is this even the military? They're all the same height.
辛苦了。
As you could hear right there, the phrase "serve the people" was written into the party constitution at the 70s.
Look, I'm not into Chinese dudes. I'm just not into Chinese dudes, but he's a handsome guy. If I had to down select a China person, I should probably figure that out. A Chinese person, I would down select him. Look, he's wearing what I grew up with in Kung Fu movies, the same attire. And so something in me just looks at this dude, I'm like, legit. And again, I'm not into Chinese guys. I'm just saying, if I was, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying there.
Was established as the fundamental principle of the party.
So you better believe or not, the CIA are probably looking at every component of this. All of these munitions, they're definitely going to highlight what they have. They're not going to roll out the secrets, but I know they're going to show the ICBMs. They're going to show the underwater munitions, the missiles, all of the stuff.
Liberation Army.
So he's doing a drive-by.
Will
That song, "They See Me Rolling." I kind of want to play that with that, but we'll get knocked down again. We can't do anything on YouTube.
Conduct demonstrates the Army's nature.
Oh, speaking of that, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification tab, because it helps us. We're growing. I'm finally going to hit 700,000 subs. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the support there. And when I hit 1 million, I'm going to do something big. I'm going to give away something. I don't know. Something.
1927.
Whoa. These dudes are running in formation in perfect sync.
The Communist Party.
Okay, they're all getting to their vehicles.
The Chinese workers and peasants Red Army. This year.
So just imagine if you're doing this and one of the vehicles goes down. In America, 50% of the vehicles potentially would go down, and they would have to pull them off the side. If one of the vehicles goes down here, that would be surprising. And these look like nukes. I don't know what JL3 means. I don't know what this is, but that looks like a nuke.
Marks the 98th anniversary.
Look at these dudes. Yes. Perfect cadence. Perfect formation.
during the 14-year-long War of Resistance under the
Those look like nukes.
Party of China, the 8th
Or ICBMs.
Military has also
Dude, look at that. You can't make that up. And what the hell's in those backpacks? Those look like the backpacks that Uber guy or the Eats guys, the guys, Uber Eats, the guys that deliver the food on bikes. There might be some pizzas in there.
itself by reinforcing
Or Chinese food.
political guidance and
Dude, look how sunk the numbers are on the vehicle. They're exactly the same. And whoever's doing their vinyl wrap, good job. Really good job. Everything's perfect. The amount of armor all that went into these vehicles.
that is defensive in nature.
Even how they get in the freaking vehicles.
Expansion or spheres of
What? And this isn't rehearsed? I mean, they spent years rehearsing this. Dude, they even rolled up the doors at the same time. Did you see that, guys? That first door, that far right vehicle, take note, CCP, that first right vehicle, everybody in that vehicle is responsible for that.
PLA protects China and its people.
Dude, I'm overwhelmed. Okay, let's see how this... How the hell do they have a live feed We can't get a live feed to save our life in anything. They get a live stream of the aircraft flying into the parade. You see this? Watch this. This has got to be B-roll. This has to be B-roll. No, it ain't B-roll, dog. It ain't B-roll. You know why I know that? Because they're about to fly in live. This ain't B-roll.
Justice will prevail.
Holy crap.
Prevail. These messages are a great truths inspired by history, a solemn proclamation of the right course.
Dude, they're making fun of us. They're making Mickey Mouse symbols in the sky. How's that for symbolism?
Clarion call in an era.
Perfect. Look at that perspective. How do you even get that perspective live?
Cherishes peace and takes side with historical
What I'm looking for is drones.
injustice.
We're getting into the actually walking component. I wonder how many people died in the making of this. For sure somebody died. Damn.
Now coming is the Navy formation. Breaking the waves and
What?
to the deep blue.
I'm impressed.
LA Navy
Look, I got chills. Look, if you're not in the military, you probably look at this and you're like, ah.
and combat.
But man, this is like impressive, man.
Safeguard peace and stability at the sea. Moving fast and
I'm looking for mistakes and I can't find them. The only one I got is that door. That door guy. He was a little early. A whole battalion full of attractive Chinese women. Just so you know, like, just for context, no other units in the world are afraid of putting women on the front line. You know why? Because technically they're disposable, and they know that. But also, a lot of them take advantage of what women are good at. Reconnaissance, blending into environments. They don't have to carry as heavy as a load. The requirements aren't as... all the things. Most of it's sacrifice, and they're disposable. I wonder if we could serve in that unit.
Now under inspection is the armed police force formation. From metropolises to remote...
Dude, that is insane.
People's armed force...
Those bayonets are like inches off the back of each other's necks. That's good incentive to not stop. Ever.
Rescue operations is dedicated to safeguarding national security and social
Dude.
stability and ensuring people...
And notice how they don't have any problems with weight in China, in the military, and the U.S. Armed Forces. If you've ever seen the regular Army in PT uniform, physical training uniform, which is T-shirts and shorts, you would be appalled. I'm just going to put that out there. I've seen guys pencil whip their APFT, their Army Physical Fitness Test, their entire careers, and I was disgusted. I'm like, if you can't do 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and a 2-mile run and do well at it, you don't need to be in the military. But that was just me. I was judged for that. I used to hold my guys accountable and was judged for that.
well-being, distinguished by its versatility and effectiveness.
How is that so loud? Is everybody rigged with a microphone?
Next comes the Reserve Force Formation.
Perfect. Dude, what are they feeding these guys?
Integrating into the leadership and command systems of the military.
Just for intel's sake, they're putting out information that is obviously scripted about their capability, and that's a show of force. That's a technical show of force. And when we did that with Trump in the parade in D.C., everybody was up in arms because it was like, he's like a dictator. No, dummies. When you're fighting in a world war, which we have so quickly forgotten, that lasted from 1941 to 1945 and sacrificed hundreds of thousands, when you actually want to show strength, you demonstrate that through capability in parades. And you also have the announcer who's saying, like, this is the reserve force. And there's likely millions of other. Everybody in China is in the reserve force, meaning it's billions of people.
They're ever prepared to fight and carry out the missions of the people's military in coordination with the active duty forces in the new era.
Exactly what he just said.
Now marching forward is the militia formation. The militia women are from the major wartime counter-Japanese base areas across China. During the War of Resistance, Chinese people, regardless of their gender,
Wow.
ages, acted as
Impressive.
in safeguarding their homes. The red genes have passed on from one generation to another.
I'm just going to be critical here. Can you imagine us doing this in formation with an all-women's military organization? I mean, we can't do anything in the military without it being political. And can you imagine us trying to do this? Yeah, not likely.
In the new era, the militia forces provide backup service.
Is that, though, a part of, like, freedom? Like, freedom is just, like, discourse? Or is that a sign of, like, not being disciplined and potentially not being as capable as we think we are? You know, when I was in the military, I saw a whole bunch of shenanigans and realized, oh, the big army isn't as capable as we think they are. If we didn't have the tech to give us that tactical advantage, we wouldn't be as capable on the battlefield. Because at the core, the common core curriculum in the U.S. Army and the standards, because it's tied to politics, it always fluctuates. And I think that's what Hegseth's trying to do, is just say, hey, look, we just need warfighters, and we need a standard. And it doesn't need to deviate based on the next general getting in and getting bullet points for his officer evaluation report. Oh, sergeant majors are responsible for that too. I know who you are. I've had you guys look at my uniform, do all the things that you shouldn't have done because you cared about the wrong priorities. I saw the sergeant majors that were fat, and I wish those sergeant majors existed when I was a sergeant major because I would have gave him the knife hand. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, the bad memories of being analyzed and, oh, God, I can't believe it. All right, wrap it up here. Let's look at these vehicles.
Unmanned air domination planes.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Helicopters. Covering a wide range of space.
They have a lot of capability, man.
Difficult to be detected.
That looks like a C5, C-17. I have no idea. Dude, look how pristine these people are. They're doing a mid-air refuel demonstration with two separate fighters on a refuel plane. Through clouds. That should scare the hell out of you. I mean, a lot of people don't take that seriously. Like, yeah, the Chinese, like, bro, you should take it seriously. I mean, we as a nation should take it seriously. This idea that they're not formidable foes, or the fact that they're even bracketed as foes, why we wouldn't work out diplomatic relations. Look, I'm all about it. You want Red Dawn? Hey, man, YOLO. But this is obviously a demonstration of profound capability, discipline, and nationalism. They're on the same sheet of music. I mean, what they don't show you is all the children in factories making iPhones. They don't show you that. But in front of the scenes, not behind the curtain, in front of the curtain, you got this. And it was impressive. Guys, I hope you like that reaction. Sorry it was a little long. I just couldn't help myself going through all of it. The Chinese are fun to make fun of. Fun to make fun of. That works. I'm going with that. Till next time. Peace.